Reporter Sharon Baranga shed some light into the life and times of the late professor, especially during his tenure as the chief of the ministry under the Jubilee regime.
He joined the Ministry of Education in 2019 when there was a back and forth between a section of education stakeholders and the government concerning the competency-based curriculum. Known for his tough talk and resilience, Magoha took over as the driver of the ministry from CS Amina Mohammed.
My statement to the country today is perhaps the most solemn and significant since I joined this ministry more than 3 years ago.
Magoha took over the ministry when the education sector was undergoing a number of reforms.
It is the last examination which is being released under the Jubilee administration of His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, a regime that has seen a 6-year run of the most clean and flawless national examination campaigns that have restored the integrity and credibility of our national certification system.
When it came to the competency-based curriculum, he fought hard to drown the voices coming from concerned parties. He is well known for the statement, "The train has left the station."
As a government, we have done everything possible to midwife the transition of 844 to CBC. So far, the CBC has successfully been implemented up to grade 5. Next month, by the grace of God, the pioneers will join grade 6 and sit for their first national assessment later this year. These children have already spent 8 years in the competency-based curriculum.
Well, the CS was not a favorite when it came to a section of education stakeholders. A number of times in his speeches, he always invoked the president's name.
I want to thank the president for offering the ministry all the support out of the broad that has enabled us to carry the broad reforms.
And he has an advice for the person who will take over from him.
All these preparations, ladies and gentlemen, make me extremely comfortable that my successor will find a good script to follow in the CBC implementation. But I want to dare say once again that this ministry is not a ministry for the faint-hearted. The education ministry is not a ministry for the faint-hearted, starting from your house to the field and to your house.
Magoha's tenure at the Ministry of Education ends with the current government.
As I prepare to hand over the basic education mantle to my successor, which only God knows, I am proud of my record and I remain confident that the lady or gentleman who will come after me will find a comfortable place to continue from. That is not to say that Jogo House is a place that is easy to work in. It is a place which does not require people who do not have a hardened heart and the personality to fight corruption.
Before his appointment as Education CS, he served as chairman of Kenya National Examination Council in 2016, and he was also a vice-chancellor at the University of Nairobi. Sharon Baranga, TV 47.
Indeed, remembering this man, Professor George Magoha. And a question to the audience this particular evening: how will you remember the late Professor George Magoha? I'm pretty sure a journalist right now is saying he was a man who was a timekeeper. If he said a meeting is at 6:30 at the KICD, it was at 6:30, and he'll start definitely talking. And speaking of matters, remembering him,